One practice you should get in the habit of when you work with data collections, especially data that's laid out in tables, is to establish a column that contains a unique value for each row. Also, you shouldn't try to communicate any information about whatever it is that you're summarizing in your table. It should just be a sequential number that is unique for each row. Doing so makes it easier to search and also to organize your data. I'll show you how to add unique numbers for each row in a data set using the number rows sample file, which you can find in the Chapter 1 folder of your exercise files archive. It's a fairly straightforward process. Use the row function when you create a formula. I'm currently working in cell A2, and what I'd like to do is to use the number of the row, in this case row 2, as my order ID. So I'll type in equal and then row, R-O-W, and you see from the tooltip that the row function returns the row number of a reference. In this case, I'll just type a left parentheses and a right parentheses. That assigns the reference to the current cell. So that means the formula will return the number of the current row, which is row number 2. If I want to start counting at 1, which in this case I do, I can just subtract 1 from that number. So type a minus sign and then 1 and press enter. The result of the formula, and I'll click cell A2 so you can see it on the formula bar, is equal row, empty parentheses, minus 1. Because I'm in row 2, that gives me the value of 1. I can copy the formula in cell A2 to cover all of the rows in the table. To do that, I move the mouse pointer over the fill handle, which is the small square at the bottom right corner of cell A2. And when the mouse pointer changes to a black cross, I can left click and drag to pull the selection down to cell A8. And when I release the left mouse button, you can see that the formula has been copied and that I have a unique number 1 through 7 for each of those 7 orders. If your data is set up in an Excel table, such as I have over here, then the process is even quicker. I'm going to type in the same formula, this time in cell E2, which is the top row of the table. So I'll type equal row, an empty set of parentheses, minus 1, and now when I press enter, Excel fills in the formula to all of the cells in that column. It's a very quick way to add a unique identification number to each of the rows in your table, which allows you to work with your data more effectively.